Hey YouTube, today we're going to be installing a Redbull product stop kit on the Royal 804-8 Chameleon front. Should be pretty universal for all Royal machines. It's a good machine, but the problem is it only works with 16.9 ounce bottles, 16 ounce cans, 12 ounce cans, and 20 ounce bottles. Now that's more than most machines because usually with a Dixie Narco you're going to need a bunch of different things for all those. And this one, you know, most of the parts are in there. You don't really need anything unless you're going to do a different sized item like Redbull. So I'm going to go through the full installation. This video might not be as hyper and fun as my usual videos, but I'm still going to put up the offer. If you subscribe right now, I'll give you this quart of antifreeze and this rusty saw to start your vending business today. I mean, come on, that good price. And I'm teaching you to make money. It's free, no course cost. I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll be right over here if you want the deal. Ow, fuck. Now the whole reason we need this kit in the first place is because a Redbull can is about this size. It's called a slim can, while a regular 12 ounce can is this size. Now the vendor is obviously set up to run these in 20 ounce bottles, and that's it. So that size difference is gonna make this happen. Let's say somebody orders one Redbull, 3 are gonna pop out just because it's able to slip through the little spot. Now we don't want that to happen, obviously. So that's why we get the kit with the specialized metal part. These two forms basically go over everything that I'm going to talk about in this video. This one talks about the whole bottom gear section with the anti-tilt plate, product stop, and spacers that are included in the kit. This one talks about the plastic extrusions, whether that be the rear extrusion or the front extrusion. First thing you're going to do, number one, put a light up in here. And then number two, damn, they get stuck. But you're going to want to make sure there's no cans, no bottles, nothing left in here. Because you're going to actually take out the parts like these that hold the cans, bottles in place so they don't, you know, fall out all at once. Now these plate looking things are the product stops that are being held in by the metal bars. And we need to take those out because we're going to be replacing them with the new ones. Now I pulled the first bar out and everything fell everywhere. And that's what I'm going to do with the second bar too. You just pull it out. Shit. Now this is everything that's going to come out when you pull the pins, and these are the two pins that, you know, held everything before. Now you're gonna have a clear open space to work with, but it's not gonna be clear for this long because we gotta put everything back in a second. Now we have to reassemble the rows and everything and make sure everything's gonna work good because we pulled out just both columns there. I'll show you right now. We completely emptied both of these columns because the bars hold the front and the back. Now, I'm only doing this to the back one, the Redbull kit. So we need to reassemble the front one. And you most likely only bought one of the front or the back kits. So if you're not putting the front back, let's say you're putting the back and you're putting the Redbull on the front, you just do this in the reverse order. So the first thing you put on is the small white one, then the longer metal tray, then the big white one, then the product black hanger stop, then the small metal part, and then the little black one. It's the reverse if you're putting it back on the back one, and this is how you put it on the front one. So I'll show you when I'm done. Pro tip is you always put the top bar, the first bar in initially because it has to hold all the little plastic things and all the product stops in place. And then you can put the second bar in, the bottom bar, to, you know, lock everything into its place because there's multiple selections that you can have it set to. If you want to do 20 ounce bottles, you do it through this hole. This hole on this one, this hole on this one. That's what the bottom rod aligns with. That's why you need the bottom rod in the first place, to hold it all in place. This one's 16.9 ounce bottle, 16 ounce energy drinks, 12 ounce cans. It's that simple. That was just a little side bit of information. There's no option to have a different size on the Redbull shim or Redbull product stop. You could technically use this for Celsius cans, stuff like that. But you have to do a little adjusting to the plastic part. Honestly, putting in the second bar is probably the hardest part of this. It's not a very hard project. I put it through the bottom hole already. You just line it up with the next hole. Kind of difficult with the camera in my hand, but I could do it. Can you see that? You just do that for that one. Bottom one doesn't need any spacers, then you do it for the back Redbull kit too. There's only one hole on that one, so it's really easy. This is how that looks reinstalled. I still don't have the bar all the way in because I got to do the back one next. Since I'm doing my Redbull kit on the back, I have to do the 1.25 inch spacer, then the product stopped, then the anti-tilt plate, then the 0.72 inch spacer, then the older product stop for the 12 ounce cans, 20 ounce bottles, everything like that. Doesn't matter which way I put that because we're not even going to use that. It's just to stop this from jiggling, and I'll show that in a second. And then the 1/2 inch spacer at the end. It's reversed for the front, just like it was reversed with the other thing. So should be pretty self-explanatory for this part. You can see how it's a smaller slot now, more confined, more to the shape of a 8.4 ounce Red Bull can. You know, this is what it looked like before. Obviously they're going to slip through here. You don't want that to happen. I had it happen to me before. The guys at the location obviously didn't tell me because they were buying one Red Bull, and 5, 6, 7, even 8 were coming out. Just because, you know, it's not made to vend one of these. It's made to vend a regular 12 ounce can, not one of these slim bottles, slim cans. See right here, that shiny bit of metal, the brand new part, that's the product stop. Right behind it is the anti-tilt plate. Now right above here, this is the plastic spacer. I'm just gonna pull this down, put everything in place. I had it up so I could show you the anti-tilt plate and everything back there. But another thing that's important is you want to make sure this back spacer is lined up with the plastic, but you have to line it up a special way. So you go, I don't know if you can see this, I might zoom in a little bit, but the first dot, second dot, third dot on this side. So you would bring that all the way over to here. And then on the other side, you do the same thing, but there's a catch. Because this plastic spacer is gonna have a little bit of a gap, you need to bring one side a little bit further. So on this side, you're gonna bring it to the third dot on the bottom. And on this side, you're gonna bring it to the third dot and then move it one individual dot over so that it's 10 on this side and 9 on this side. Now what that does is it bridges this little plastic indent right here so that nothing is gonna get stopped or jammed in that little corner. All right, we're almost done. We just gotta set the product depth from 2 to 1. And that's on the electrical board of the machine. Gotta press the button up here. Go and press it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Button might be up here depending on what board you have. They're all different. Another tip, after you do that, make sure you don't press that white button, otherwise it's gonna take it back to the product screen. You don't wanna do that. If you've never worked on one of these machines before, exit, back, forward, enter the button combinations. So we're gonna wanna go forward until we get to pass. Right there, oh, missed it. Now the password, I'm gonna show you the password for most of these machines. In that order. Then you're gonna bring us to the cache screen. Test, tube fill, important, error, return, blah, blah, set depth. All right, so you're gonna use these 2 buttons to scroll up until you get to your column. My column's 8. My display's a little messed up, so I can never tell what button's what, but there's 8. Then you wanna go change it from 2. Using the down button, you're gonna change it to 1. Press enter, go back, 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 and now you're gonna be ready to vend that Red Bull you wanted to. All right, let's make sure mine works so I know yours is gonna, so I don't leave you stranded. I know the empty one's Red Bull on mine. There we go. Would you look at that? Red Bull. Here's me on location, testing out the Red Bull shim I installed. Use the Cantaloupe pass card. And that's how you do it. Thank you guys for watching this video, especially if you're staying to the end. I hope you subscribe. I mean, I don't know why you shouldn't. I produce content to make you make money. And it's free on top of that. Sadly, if you subscribe now, you only get this saw, no antifreeze, and this handle's broken. But, you know, you can still use it to start your vending business. I would recommend subscribing right now, maybe liking, commenting. Talk to the people in the description. They might be able to help you out with any questions you have. Comment, 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 and I'll help you out. Damn, this handle is really broken. Love ya.